Nothing is impossible. They are postgraduate students from the Harvard Kennedy School learning about corporate policy and public administration.
It's been absolutely phenomenal. Like, we came here hoping to learn about what Alhaji Dangote is doing with the energy resource, but we saw firsthand what happens when resource meets with ambition.
He's someone who has a lot of ambition, a lot of drive.
With God, all things are possible.
Nothing is impossible. Don't allow fears to hold you back.
The only chance I thought I will have to pepper Ghanaians, Ghana still the inside. Ghana still enter. So what is it about Nigeria and Ghana? I don't understand. Go hear me. So they bragging that I wanted to do that they came to Nigeria, Ghana the inside. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm happy to have you here again. I mean, if you're my OG, if you are new, my name is Lily. Thank you for clicking. Please do it to like this video. Curiosity got us here because I'm a very curious person. Just that lately I have been quite busy. So when I'm curious about something, I barely have time to do research. But not on this one. This one I just felt like true, let's check who comes to Nigeria. Like, do we have international students from the western part of the world coming for something in Nigeria, for a tour, for exchange program, for excursion? So I decided to take to YouTube. All thanks to YouTube. I typed international students. I don't see anything, and then I decided to type something else, and luckily for me this video pop up, and I'm like, okay, damn, Ghanaians, hey, wow, come and see. Oh, the lot have done it. Finally we get international students too in Nigeria. Yeah, so I'm talking about this video of the students from Harvard that went to Nigeria for a tour of the Dangote refineries. And I'm like, okay, this one I go use it to pepper Ghanaians. Even though deep down my heart, I'm wondering how many soldiers be they follow these people to real long. How many soldiers are mopo? Well, thank God the camera didn't capture that part. So let's take at the part that the camera captured, and I'll be back. Please, have you liked the video? If you haven't, give it a massive like. Let's go.
They are postgraduate students from the Harvard Kennedy School learning about corporate policy and public administration. The students from 18 different countries are on a school traditional excursion, this time to Ghana and Nigeria, and part of their itinerary is the visit to the multi-billion-dollar refinery and the Dangote fertilizer in Ibejuleki.
Finished product gasoline, that's the PMS, premium motor spirit. We have to check for the octane rating, which is the combustion property.
The president of Dangote Group, Aliko Dangote, is on hand to receive the students and take them through the different sections of the world's largest single-train refinery, emphasizing the importance of being driven by ambition and resilience, the spirit behind the success recorded by the Dangote Group in building the conglomerates.
Everything is done from here. You know, the blending, the mixture, you know, where you drag from where to where, you know, so everything is here, and they can treat things from here. So it's highly automated.
Although their trip has taken them to different places in Ghana and now Nigeria, the scholars' visit to the Dangote facility presents them with a different experience. It's like an open practical business class, they say.
It's been absolutely phenomenal. Like, we came here hoping to learn about what Alhaji Dangote is doing with the energy resource, but we saw firsthand what happens when resource meets with ambition, with courage, and with absolute brilliance, and we're totally blown away.
One of the, I think the most interesting things that Mr. Dangote said was that, you know, this is it's a project for his company, but it's also a project for Nigeria. It's really about sort of increasing Nigeria's self-reliance in energy, and it has a lot of sort of downstream effects that are incredibly beneficial to Nigeria as a country. And so, you know, how the private sector can help achieve sort of national goals, how the government can help the private sector achieve those goals, that's all sort of the focus of our studies. He's someone who has a lot of ambition, a lot of drive. You know, he says impossible is nothing. And so I think just the sort of energy he exudes in terms of tackling something that many other companies, many other people say you shouldn't do that, that's a bad idea. That seems to be something that is not just emblematic of him and his company, but also Nigeria.
With God, all things are possible.
Nothing is impossible. Don't allow fears to hold you back. That the students take away from Dangote. And who knows, Daro and some of his colleagues here may have been so inspired to be the next Dangote treading where others won't dare and improve their world in the nearest future. Tokumbo Oyetunji, Arise News, Lagos.
The only chance I thought I will have to pepper Ghanaians, Ghana still dey inside. Ghana still enter. So what is it about Nigeria and Ghana? I don't understand. Go hear me. So they bragging that I wanted to do that they came to Nigeria. Ghana dey inside. They first got to Ghana before heading to Lagos, Nigeria. Anyway, please, I'm joking about the bragging, whatever. I'm just joking. But as a matter of fact, curiosity got me here because I'm like, wait, am I going to grow up like this? And my country will just be declining. Everything will just be declining. I don't know how many times I'll say this. Let me say it again. There's this family I lived with in Lagos when I was a lot younger. I remember we have like 3 buildings in that compound. And I remember mommy, my madam, giving 2 of the buildings, not apartment or buildings, for rent. They built that house for the family, right? Herself and her late husband build that particular house for the family because they have a lot of properties around Lagos, but that particular compound was built for the family. So the intentions to rent it was never there. So they built it just so that their kids can occupy the other 2 buildings aside the main one. But since daddy passed away and everybody's grown, everybody moved out, and so that space was just there. So mommy decided to rent it to people. And one of the occupants of those 2 buildings were white people, and they were living freely, going out, living life without bodyguards. And not just that, a lot of the schools in my state were established by missionaries, and most of them are white people. They come all the way through, they go there, establish schools and churches, they do these things. Now, I'm not talking about before the slave trade, I'm talking about post-slave trade thing. I'm talking about in recent times. I am in my late 30s. So I remember seeing these people physically coming, even in my village, they used to come. But all of a sudden, we don't see these people anymore. And if you see a white man now in some part of Nigeria, you see bodyguards following them, which is not used to be like that. So I'm like, so I'm just going to come to this life, go back, my country go just day, say foreigners not going to come again. So I'm happy to see this video, even though I know that there were bodyguards following them. To an extent, relatively, Lagos is kind of peaceful compared to some part of Nigeria. And like I said before, going to Nigeria is not that bad if the people you are going to see are not the problem. You're likely not going to have any problem. That is if the people you are going to see don't end up being your problem. Because I believe that who knows your movement is the person that likely get you into trouble or get you into safety. I'm happy to see this is like a breath of fresh air. It's good, not bad, but at least we didn't see the mopo following them. So I'm happy. My fellow Ghanaians, let me brag now. You see my country, to have international students, even though that is not what it is. Anyway, this video, I hope you enjoyed it and that you give it a like, as I'll see you in my next one. Toodles.